Wednesday morning, that means it's Picayune Wednesday, and once again in our studio this morning, the editor of the Picayune, Daniel Clifton's here. Good morning, Daniel.
Good morning. How y'all doing today?
Doing good. Here to talk about this week's edition of the Picayune. Available today, should be on your doorsteps this morning. If you're not getting your copy, listen at the end of the interview. We'll tell you how to do that. Good stuff, always stuff. I was talking, who was I talking to? I think it was Bill Reeves the other day, and I said, man, there's something going on here every single weekend.
It seems like.
Yeah.
All around the area.
I'm glad I got my edition of the Picayune today, by the way, because I forgot that the Crawfish Open and all the festivities was this weekend.
Yeah.
They sneak up on you if you're not paying attention.
Yeah.
Even when we're doing it, we're like, what? We're just planning out and goes, that's this coming up. What? When? It's May. It's what?
Oh,
it's
my
already
gosh.
April.
And you got the big story in there of the Llano Crawfish Festival's going on. And headlining this weekend, Kevin Fowler. That should be a good one.
A great concert. Kevin Fowler's going to be there, and then Dale Watson.
Dale Watson
is there on Friday night, I believe. They just line them up. They get some good music up there. I mean,
really
you can go for the food and stuff, but they bring in some really good concerts and to entertain.
Yep.
And there's lots of fun things to do all day long there. And, of course, don't forget about the big golf tournament, too.
The golf tournament, and
all
then there's
for
a
charity.
motorcycle ride, and so there's a lot going on. It's not just eating crawfish, though. If you want to go eat crawfish,
well, I was just going to say that's the biggest part to me is eating that crawfish.
The Crawfish Festival was where I had my very first crawfish ever.
Really?
Many moons ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was where I had my very first
Did you eat
crawfish.
the head?
I did.
Yeah.
She didn't even know what to do. She just ate the whole thing.
It was very crunchy.
Crunchy. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what the big deal is.
Yeah, big story. This week's edition of the Picayune about the Llano Crawfish Open and the festival going on. Do you have any idea how many crawfish people they go through there on a weekend
Wow, there's
basis?
more than like 10,000 pounds or something. Because they ordered some last year, and I don't know if they had enough.
Wow.
It's a
I
lot.
Think they always end up, they always end
It's
up.
a lot. I wonder who
wishing they had
catches all
more.
those.
Not
That's a lot
me,
of work.
thankfully.
I know.
Down there, that must be the swamp people.
They can bring them up. That's where it all started.
Also going on this weekend, and we had them on our guests as our guest yesterday morning on the show. The big Children's Day celebration this weekend.
Another great event.
Oh,
just they stack them up one after the other. It's a lot of fun.
15th annual.
Is it really been 15 years? I can't believe that. I remember going to this, but it's fun, free to the kids. There's a lot going on. I've gone the last couple of years with my boys, and they just have a great time.
Oh yeah.
My youngest son Zach they have like the jail set up there from the Hill Country Crime Stoppers. He thought that was the greatest thing. He got to get in the jail, and then he realized they shut the door, and he was like, "I'm out of here. I want out of here. I want out of here." The other son, he thought the helicopter was great, and then the police cars were sitting there, and he got to turn on the police siren.
Yeah.
So there's a lot going on. A lot of booths, a lot of fun, food, hot dogs,
Prizes, a talent show, all kinds of fun stuff.
Just be sure and tell him that jail, that's the only time you want to see him in that.
Exactly.
Later on in life, you know.
He was out
of his system.
He was out of there quick when they opened that door.
Children's Day celebration going on this weekend. Johnson Park, read all about it in this week's edition of the Picayune. So much to do and see. And last weekend, of course, was a big weekend. The Bluebonnet Festival wrapped up. I know those folks, they were so worried on Friday about the storms and stuff coming through.
And it worked out just fine. Mother
It worked
Nature
out
was
beautiful.
kind
It
to
really
us.
did. And you've got some follow-up pictures of the Picayune.
Yeah, Jennifer went out there. We had some good photos, and so they'll be in the Picayune and online. But yeah, I think Friday I was sitting there at noon going, it's looking kind of, and then all of a sudden the skies parted.
Yeah.
And blue skies. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And so.
Yeah, I told Kim Winkler on Friday morning, I said, y'all need to go to church and start doing some praying. I think they did.
I think they did.
Well, God loves the Bluebonnet Fest.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
It all worked out, and there was a recap of that and a lot of pictures in this week's edition of the Picayune as well. So if you're looking for things to do and see, you got to have this week's edition. Now, it should be available on your doorsteps this morning, but Daniel, if they're not getting it, tell them how to go about doing that.
Call 830-693-7152 and let the ladies up front know, and we'll get you on the list.
And remember, as always, the Picayune is
Free!
Daniel Clifton, editor of the Picayune, everybody. Thanks, Daniel.